Hi guys, it's Avery and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be sharing with you guys everything about Houston Valley Summer Intensive, so let's get into it. Right, so first things first, I will say Houston Valley Summer Intensive probably has been my favorite I've attended. I've been to many, and I do have a video on my channel if you guys would like to check that out. Just talking briefly about all of them. But since I did go to Houston Valley Summer Intensive in 2022 and 2023, so 2 years in a row, I have like a lot more to say about it instead of like a quick little video about it. Yeah, so I definitely will say this is the hardest summer intensive I've been to. Like, it's usually like 9 to 4 kind of days. Sometimes you might even start at 8 if you have like Pilates or like a mat class. So yeah, it's definitely long days, and you have like anywhere from 5 to 6 classes a day. So it is a pretty packed schedule. I'll put like a picture of like a sample schedule here if you guys want to pause the video and kind of like briefly look at it. But yeah, I'm explaining kind of what the levels are like. So it's level 5, 6, 7, and 8, with 8 being the highest level and 5 the like younger, lower level. So basically level 5, I would imagine, is for like anywhere from 12 to 14-year-olds. It really just depends though. And then level 6 is like younger, like 13, sometimes 14. Level 7 is usually anywhere from 14 to like 16 to 17, honestly. Like 7 has a really big age range, I feel like. And then level 8 is definitely for like older students or like students who are being considered for year round, or like they're just literally perfect, like so good. Yeah, so level 5, if you're curious about like leotard colors or anything like that, we do have a uniform you have to wear for the full 5 weeks, which is a long time, but kind of like having a uniform is nice in a way. Like, you know what you're gonna wear every single day, and you don't have to like pick out a whole new outfit every time. But level 5 wears like a royal blue color. They're the only like color that is in the intensive. Then level 6 wears black. Level 7 is like dark gray, and then level 8 is light gray, and they're all the galate style from Vermois, which is actually a really nice style for uniform. I feel like uniform leotards are so bad sometimes, but they picked a good one. So for 5 weeks, you will be good. So that's like the levels, and they split them in two separate like sections. There's like A and B, which isn't like based on ability or anything. It's like my first year it was based on first name, and my second year was based on last name. Like, it's solely just to divide the classes. There's usually around 30 to 40 people in like the whole level, so they split it in half. So there's like 15 to 20 people in one level, so it's a lot more like nice for classes. So it's not like a giant class, then you'll get like missed and no corrections and stuff like that, which is not ideal. But they do split them in half. So my first year, I think I was in 6B, and B was like first name. So since my name is Avery, like A, etc. And then the second year I was in 7A, and my last name is Stafford, so like S goes towards the end. But yeah, so I don't know if that's like too much detail, but basically don't worry about like how they split it. It's solely like first name, last name, stuff like that. But yeah, so like 5A, 5B, 6A, 6B, 7A, 7B, and then level 8, both are like all years I've known, it's only been one class. They keep it very small and reserved, about like 15 people, not even 15 sometimes. And that's just one class. So that's usually how the levels work, what leotards they wear. The size, this is my group from my very first year. They were all really so sweet, and I love them so much. And this is the group from my second year. I love them too. They were very amazing to me. So I was in level 6 my first year, and then when I was 14, I was in level 7. So yeah, that's kind of how like the levels are. But yeah, so I'm gonna talk about like the rep that we do. So basically the program is 5 weeks, and Houston Ballet, I don't know if like a lot of summers do this, but I definitely have been to places that don't. They have a performance at the end of the intensive. So basically they pick rep before the intensive starts for your level to work on. And you work on it throughout the whole 5 weeks. Then at the end of the 5 weeks, you perform it for like your friends and family, and they're like in their black box, which is inside the building. It's on the first floor. All the studios are on like the third and the fifth floor, and then like the fourth floor and sixth floor are like observing ones. The sixth floor also has the CFD dorms, which are really nice. I have stayed in them before for a short term, so those are very nice. And then the second floor is like costume, wardrobe, and then offices. And then first floor is like the lobby. They have one studio on the first floor. It's really small. It is not fun to be in that studio. It's like the little brown studio, I think. I could be wrong though. And then they have the big black box theater. So yeah, basically you have an end of summer intensive performance. And my first year, level 6, we did Waltz of the Flowers, which during summer we were all like, oh my gosh, like what is this, Nutcracker in summer? But it was really fun. Like I enjoyed it. They had like a core and then 4 demi soloists. I was one of the demi soloists. These are my girls. It was Ava, Daria, and Alona. I'm pretty sure those were, yeah, okay, those were their names. I like blanked out for a second. So those were my other like demi soloist girlies. It was so much fun to do it. So that was really good the first year. And then my second year in level 7, now, don't judge Houston for the rep they pick, but we did conservatoire, which if you don't know what that is, if you're a dancer, the very first thing you do, and like lines, is a grand plie in center and point shoes. Yeah, I know. In first and fifth, like twice in fifth position and once in first, grand plie. Like, and it's all adagio. Like, it takes so much control, but I'm so good at grand plays and fifth now. Like I can do them whenever you need them. Yeah, so it's definitely a challenge, but ended up being really good for like all of us in the end. So that was honestly probably more challenging than the other levels. Level 8 did like Swanhilda's Friends that year, which I think conservatoire is much harder than that. Like I've done both of them, and I definitely think conservatoire is harder. But again, that's just like whatever you think is harder. So yeah, so basically you have rehearsal every single day. Your schedule, you dance Monday through Friday, and then on Saturday you have just one technique class, and then like yoga or Pilates or Yamuna or something like that. Yamuna is like you roll out with like special balls basically. So you rehearse Monday through Friday, usually 2 hours a day, like an hour to 2 hours, kind of depends on the schedule. But you do work with the same teacher or like coaches on it. So level 5 is Miss McMillan. She does the level 5, or wait, just kidding. I don't remember. I wasn't in level 5, so I'm not 100% sure. I think it was Miss Everett actually who does the level 5 rep. And then level 6 is Miss McMillan and Miss Kelly. I love Miss Kelly. Miss Kelly is probably my favorite teacher at Houston. She's the sweetest, but she gives like great corrections, and I just love her classes so much, and she's so funny. And then level 7, we have Miss Bush. I love her classes so much. She's so funny sometimes, and she also gives good corrections. And then level 8 has Miss Bryant. So I personally didn't have her a lot because she's usually for the older, like more advanced dancers, because like think of it like a Russian teacher where like they want to look at things that look good. They don't want to look at a bad dancer and try to fix it. They want to look at a good dancer and make it even better. So yeah, I do like Miss Bryant, but I personally just didn't have her a lot at Houston both summers. So yeah, that's like how the rep works. And they usually pick rep that's pretty like specific or just matches the level pretty well. Yeah, so you can also, if you looked on the sample schedule, it'll have the other levels. I believe I'll pick either 2022 or 2023. It'll say the date on it. and then you can see like what rep it was. So yeah, if you guys want to look at that. So that's kind of what I kind of mushed this all together, but that's kind of what like your schedule is going to be like, and also the performances, what the levels are like. The teachers are all really, really great. I think Houston definitely has the best summer training. Houston is a packed schedule, but it is so much fun, and I met so many amazing people there, and it's just been such a great summer to go there. So I definitely recommend to anyone. But now I'm going to be talking about all the activities. So the activities, basically, there's one every weekend on Sunday. So before the intensive starts, like that Sunday before, Houston Ballet, the company, has their last company performance, and you guys get to go attend and watch them perform, and it's truly amazing. My first summer, it was La Sophie, which was beautiful, and then also like some other excerpts before. And then my second summer, it was Swan Lake. Like, how iconic is that? It was amazing, like so beautiful, just perfect. So grateful I got to see their Swan Lake. Yeah, so that's always the first performance, or like the first activity. It's always their last performance. So then it kind of depends, but we went to the mall, we went to a water park, like a museum, and then there's also like good restaurants nearby. There's like the Lyric Market that's right across the street, and you can get food there like during lunch break, or if you have like a long break or anything like that, and it's really nice. So then I did not stay in the dorms, so I cannot really talk about the dorms because I just don't know. I will say I've heard not so great things about their food. The dorm food is bad, and like my friends, like they cater the lunch, and like they've had pieces of chicken that just is dry, and you're just like, is that even meat? Like, you don't know. I mean, some of it's good, but most of the time it's not. I think the actual dorms themselves are nice, but the food is not good. So I did not stay in the dorms, especially with like my sensitive stomach. So not staying in the dorms. We went to like extra museums. My mom stayed with me for the 5 weeks. I went to NASA. I'm trying to think of where else. Local foods is really delicious. It's like healthy food, and we would go there for dinner too often. And Tiny's Milk and Cookies is really good. They have like pastries, like cookies, ice cream, drinks. I got a strawberry matcha there from once, and it was so good. So yeah, those are like our favorite places. And then there's 4th of July, of course. I think if you're in the dorms, you get to go watch fireworks, you get to dress up. It's all super, super fun. But yes, that's what all the activities are. I would recommend Houston Summer Intensive to anyone. And if you're going this summer, comment below. Like, I'd be curious to see. And if you guys have any other questions I didn't answer, just also comment them below. I don't know. I think I went over everything that most people would want to know, like what I would want to know. Like, I try to search up videos and be like, okay, like I want to know this, and try to find out of that video or whatever. But I hope you guys have a great day. Don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and follow me on Instagram. Bye, guys.